Every now and then I get a little too into video games and they start to overtake my life and become my life for a short period. There will probably be a video on this topic about Minecraft in about 6 months because every now and then I rediscover my love for that game and then I play it for 1 week religiously until I don't sleep and then I stop playing it for 6 months. But the game I'm talking about today is The Sims. If you don't know what The Sims is, specifically The Sims 4, it is a game where it's a simulation and you have a person that you can create, you can basically make yourself, and then you can either build from scratch or take a house and upgrade it and do all these things and meet people. It's like your own little world that you control. You can pause time, you can speed up time, you can take out the trash, you can throw the trash at a neighbor. It's very exciting. And it's one of those games that I forget about every now and then. It's like my Nintendo Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch and every month and a half I'll go, oh my gosh, I have a Nintendo Switch, and I'll play it for 4 hours, and then I'll put it in my drawer, and then a month and a half later I'll go, oh my god, I have a Nintendo Switch. Sometimes I forget that I have a nice PC, and then I went on Steam and saw that The Sims was available, and I couldn't believe it, started playing it on my stream, which you should be following, not Ryan Abe, on Twitch, come on by. Yeah, I started playing on stream, and I started to quickly realize why I stopped playing this game in the first place years ago, and that was because I didn't get anything done in my real life because I was focusing too much on my Sims life. Not only did I sculpt my character to look exactly like me, but I even made Cooper, and I even painted the white marks on his body freehand, just because of accuracy. You know, I'll sit there and I'll play The Sims for 2 hours, and I'll go on a date, I'll go to the bar, I'll go to the club, and in my mind I'm like, wow, I had a really productive day today. And then I realize once again that it isn't real, and I don't do any of those things in real life because I get anxiety. But in the game, my character doesn't have anxiety, so we can go to the bar 6 times a day. A major problem with The Sims and playing it too much is they have their own language. I believe it's called simesh, and they just go like, Amashuna. It sounds like you're having a stroke listening to people in real life have a conversation drunk or something, but it's just like their own weird mixed made up language in the game. But the problem is if you play it enough and you start listening to enough conversations in the game, you start to understand what they're saying. Like the character will be like, Eggie, Ursula. And I'll be playing and I'll be like, oh yeah, no, I agree. That food didn't look too good. I wouldn't touch it either. I'm not quite sure if there's The Sims VR edition, and if there is, I actually don't want to be told so, because I do believe that if I got my hands on that, I would never really leave the house in real life, ever. And I quite literally mean ever. I also just think I really wish I had that delete feature, because in the game you can go into building mode and you can just grab something and delete it and it's immediately gone. And that's something that I wish I could have in real life, because you can just replace it with something like, hey, I'd love to go to a king size bed, you know, delete it, boom. I'd also like to delete my neighbor's car because the alarm goes off at 3 in the morning every single day and it scares me every single time. And I'd like to delete it from Earth, but that doesn't exist. So the neighbor's car stays unless I do something about it. If you're a fellow simmer, let me know in the comments. And if not, simmer down.